Welcome to Bite 1 in our Literature Circles Professional Development module. Literature, or literacy circles as they are sometimes known, are a great pedagogical framework for partnering the receptive mode of reading with the productive modes of speaking and sometimes writing in the English classroom. Literature circles are a collaborative learning activity where small groups of students gather together to discuss a chosen text in depth. The discussion is not teacher-led, but teacher-facilitated, and centres on the students' responses, reflections, and understandings of the chosen text. In a typical teaching program, we ask students to engage with text through read-alouds, independent reading, guided reading, or shared reading. Literature circles are a logical extension of reading that provide an opportunity to apply acquired knowledge and understanding in a group discussion to help develop a deeper shared knowledge and understanding of the text. This framework has roots in social influence theories, such as social facilitation, which posits that our behaviour is affected by the presence of others. Collaborative learning has many benefits for student learning, including providing opportunities for high-achieving students to act as models and encouraging students to form stronger connections with their peers. While small groups where students are dependent on each other's contributions for their learning to occur can lead to positive behaviour changes, in this case collaborative exploration of deeper themes of a text. Some teachers may be concerned about social loafing, the tendency to exert less effort when working in a group in which individual contributions cannot be monitored. That is why some teachers choose to assign group roles that can be fixed or rotated between students in a group to ensure all students can make a unique contribution to guide their discussions. These roles might ask students to develop specific questions for discussion or complete or design an activity to share with their group. For example, the investigator's role is to find background information about the book, and they may choose to deliver this in a creative presentation or quiz for their classmates. Let's complete an activity to familiarise ourselves with the different roles you can choose to implement in literature circles. Pause this video now to complete Activity 1. Welcome to Bite 2. Now that you've completed Activity 1, I hope you understand a little bit more about how literature circles roles can be used to ensure all students in a small group are accountable to each other for their contributions to the group discussion. Now, if you were completing Activity 1 and thinking to yourself, these roles wouldn't work for my students, or I'm not sure if I could manage having 4 different roles in my classroom, I have some good news for you. You don't need to include them at all for your literature circles to be successful. In fact, while Harvey Daniels was one of the first people to propose literature circles roles in 1994, he advised that they be used only in an introductory manner to help students develop specific critical reading skills, and that they would be gradually phased out as students naturally adapted to the deeper level of discussion they had on a regular basis. Victoria's Literacy Teaching Toolkit outlines a range of different ways literature circles can be adapted, such as using Daniel's roles, a 3 sharings or 4 kind sayings approach, conversation stems, and text connections. Furthermore, the Literature Circles Resource Centre emphasises that while literature circles are not intended to be unstructured talk time, they are flexible and adaptable, so as to better fit into any unique learning context. Let's consider this further in Activity 2 of your study guide now. Pause this video now to complete the activity. Welcome to Bite 3. After completing that activity, I hope you'll feel more confident to explore how you can use literature circles in your class, including what unique approaches will help you feel prepared to use this framework while providing the most support for your students to reach their best engagement with the text. Before we end this module, I want to encourage you to think about how this can be used within the Australian curriculum as well as beyond. Literature circles can be used to support deeper engagement with class texts that are pre-selected by teachers for an entire class of students. This is often the case in junior and senior secondary school in Australia. However, they can play a significant role in promoting student engagement with reading beyond this. In junior secondary school, this may look like setting aside weekly free reading time where literature circles can provide students the autonomy to select their own texts out of a diverse text list and bond over shared interests with their classmates. Autonomy is needed by young people to reaffirm their choices and sense of self, giving them confidence and a feeling of independence. Appealing to their sense of autonomy can make students feel accepted, included, and appreciated in the classroom and school environment, and when they can achieve these feelings in a safe and positive environment, they will be more open to learning and facing productive challenge in the English classroom as they continue their studies. Providing choice, either through selecting texts or learning activities, is what literature circles give us a great framework to achieve. Thank you for engaging with this professional development module. If you return to the study guide, you'll find an annotated bibliography with some additional resources to help you explore literature circles and how they can be implemented in your teaching even further. I encourage you to reflect on what you've achieved today, share some of your learnings with others in your professional learning communities, and consider trialling literature circles in your classroom to promote greater enthusiasm towards the reading of good books. Thank you.